Firewood fanatics, this is Chris, and we are back in the wood yard this morning. I just delivered my first load of wood this morning. I had it loaded from last night because it rained overnight. So what I do is I load it up the night before because it was only like half mile from where I live. So I just leave home, went and delivered it. I had my tarp on the top of the truck covering it up because it rained overnight, and that way it stays dry. And then I just backed up here again now, and I'm gonna finish loading up this next load of wood. This is a past customer that doesn't care what they get for wood, and this is just all box elder. They just burn it in their fire pit in their backyard because that's about all I'm down to is just a little bit of box elder and a little bit of cherry and a little bit of some dry oak. I don't have much of anything left that's dry, so that's what I'm delivering this morning. So the first one I went to, he gave me a portrait to bring home, which was nice because it was mixed hardwood. He gave me a portrait of this guy, my favorite uncle, Uncle Benjamin. So I got that, and then this next one I'll be going and delivering that and getting another one hopefully. So we'll see what happens. And then after that, then we're going to work on doing some stacking and cleaning up. Today is supposed to be much nicer than it was the last few days. The temperature dropped like 10 degrees, so it'll be pretty darn nice to work outside today. So today is going to be work on top of work with more work. So here we go. There it is. It is loaded. So I am just about 100% out of any kind of wood that I can sell, and I just got another text from a lady that usually buys 2 face cords during the wintertime, but she wanted it now so she could have some fires outside. So I told her I've got some wood that I will sell her that she can burn this summer, and then I got some wood that probably will need to sit for a few more months before it's ready to burn. She was fine with that because she said she just wants a few fires this summer. So I'm going to sell her some stuff that's not even totally dry yet. But she was okay with that because she wants some firewood to have fires. Oh, got a little fly buzzing around there. She wants to have some fires this summer and then have the wood there ready for the winter time. So I wish I had another couple hundred face cords of dry wood to sell, because I could sell it all. I haven't advertised now in well over a month, and I get a text or a call every day from someone, and I've been just kind of digging through piles trying to find dry stuff that I've got of some junk wood like this box elder that I had here. And I've already sold, I don't know, 4 or 5 face cords of that, and I could sell a lot more. So that's one thing that I've discovered now that I've been doing this for about 6 years, is you get a customer base, and if you treat them well and deliver the wood, you know, in a timely manner and have really good wood for them, they just keep calling. So that's the one thing that I think I've done wrong, is I haven't had enough firewood, but I can't cut anymore. It's all I have time for. I'm increasing it every year by like 100 face cords. Last year I sold like 350 or something like that, 360. And now this year I'm over 400, and for the next year coming up, for all the wood that I've got sitting here that's cut and all the wood back over there that needs to be stacked, I'm probably at 420 to 430 face cords that I've got, and I'd like to get a couple more truckloads yet and cut some more wood in the woods yet, and cut some stuff that will dry fast enough for next summer to sell. So I have 500 is my goal for next year. So it's going fast, and yeah, busy. So it's been a good thing for a side business to have. So I'm off to deliver this load of box elder, and I'm gonna go deliver that and come back and see if I can scrounge and find a couple face cords or some other stuff. I got to do some tests. I have a moisture meter. I'm going to test some stuff that I think is getting really close. It's last time I checked it, it was like in the mid 20% of dryness, and that was, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. So maybe I'll pull some of that out, and that's what she's gonna get. So here we go again. I am back in the wood yard. I got both my deliveries done, and I ran a few errands, and the person that contacted me this morning that wanted 2 face cords said yes, they want it. So I've been scrounging trying to find enough dry wood to fill this order, because I got just a couple little piles of some stuff here and there. I took some stuff off the top of some of the rows that are in the sun and stuff that was cut last fall that I did a moisture test, and it's right around 20%, 21, 22, so I think I'll be good. And I got this much loaded so far. It's a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of cherry right here. There's a little bit of locust I put in there. There's a little bit of oak I put in there. There's a little bit of some aspen. I had a little bit of cottonwood. I had a little bit of box elder. So it's just gonna be a little bit of everything. And I told her it was just a mix of everything, and she was totally okay with that, because she wants it for a campfire in the summer and then for in the fireplace. And now, because I'm pretty much out of all the dry wood that I could find, and I think I got probably a face cord and a half would be my guess. I'll have to stack it to be sure. I'm gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is come over here, because I know some of this stuff I tested about 2 weeks ago, and some of the stuff right on the top here, because the sun hits this for the first, like 8 hours of the day, and then the last half of the day it's in the shade. There's stuff right on the top here that's, was split pretty fine down to like an inch or so. It's all been hit by the sun. It's kind of starting to get bleached out. I know there's probably enough cherry right in here that I can pull that and throw it in. So I'll just barely make 2 face cords. So this will be the last delivery I'm going to be doing for at least a couple months. I do have a few piles I want to check. I got a pile over there that I want to do some testing on, because I checked that a couple weeks ago and it was in the mid 20 percentile for moisture content. So we'll see what happens. I'll get that checked, and maybe it'll be close enough I can sell another face cord or 2, this summer yet. But I don't want to sell wood to people where it's got to be seasoned yet or dried where they can't burn it, because like I've mentioned before in other videos, there's 3 questions that people ask whenever I am talking to them, especially first-time customers. They want to make sure they're getting wood that's good to go. The first thing they ask is it dry? That's the first, number 1 most often asked question. The second question I get is the wood fully seasoned? And the third question I get is the wood fully seasoned, is it dry, and will it burn? So basically it's the same question 3 times. That's what I hear all the time. There's a lot of people who have been burned, not burned, figuratively burned, where they've gotten wood that the person they bought it from said it was seasoned, or said it was dry, or said it was ready to burn, and all they can get it to do is to smoke, because it literally was cut like a week or 2 or a month ago, and it's not dry at all. I see it quite often. So there's a lot of real hesitant people, because there's some bad people out there that are selling wood that's not dry. And I think they do that because they're not really in a business to sell wood. They cut a few trees down and think, oh, it's been sitting there for a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. It's good to go, we can sell it. And they might only have a few face cords or 10 or whatever it is, and they're perfectly happy just to get rid of it and make some cash quick. But I'm not here for quick cash. I'm here for long-term cash. I want customers that keep coming back again and again and again, year after year. So that's my goal anyway. So I'm gonna load up some cherry now, and then we're gonna get this stacked and see how much we have in here. Here we go. Stacking time. So there it is. It is loaded, and that is 2 face cords, and that is the last of the wood that I have available for a while now. I did a couple moisture tests on some of the wood, and it's getting real close. It's 21, 22, 23% on a few pieces I split open and checked, and that's just the stuff that was on top. So a little bit longer, because I don't want to sell crappy wood to anybody and have it not burn well. So now I'll have to start turning people down unless I can find a source for some wood, which I've been looking, and I found a couple guys that are selling wood that are like an hour away, that are selling it pretty cheap. And I'm going to contact a couple of those people and see if I can buy a little bit of bulk from them, like maybe buy you know, 4 or 5 full cords from them or something like that, and maybe have enough stuff just to keep my customers happy for a little while. If I can just limp along for a little while, it would be good. So we'll see, because I don't want to lose any customers. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to scarf up all of this sawdust and wood chips from where the cherry was here. Yesterday we stacked that pile, the cherry, and that's the rest of it over there. So I need to clear all this out right in through here, and I want to make a pile starting somewhere like right in here, because this whole pile kind of slid. That happened when I got the cherry. My logger guy, when he was unloading the logs, bumped it and knocked the pile kind of over, and so the whole thing now is kind of starting to slide this way. So if I get some wood up against it, it'll stop it from moving anymore, because I won't have to restack it, unlike the pile over here that when the ground thawed. I stacked this winter. This was a corner. This used to be a corner anyway, and the whole thing slid and fell down, so I got to restack this, get it off the ground, because a whole bunch of this is on the ground here. So what I'm going to do is make a couple rows going that way, and then a row going this way to kind of clear it up, and then just kind of stack it up. And then we're supposed to be dry for like a week or so, and if that happens, I hope I can start covering some of my wood, because I like to have it dry for about a week without any rain getting it, so it can get good and dry, and then cover just the top so that the air can flow through it from all 4 sides, and the water can just shed off the top then. So that's my plan. So now it's time to clean up over here. Well, folks, as you can see, I have worked myself into a sweaty pile of goo, and I have cleaned up the sawdust and the bark and all the goodies that are in the way here of the cherry pile. So that is clean. Unfortunately, that is all I have time for today. I have some work I have to go do in my other business, so I'm gonna go do that. So I got my load ready for in the morning to deliver that, and then tomorrow I'll work on stacking this cherry and maybe work on the oak, and I got all kinds of other projects to do. So thanks for being here, thanks for watching. Please hit the like, subscribe, the hate, dislike, sort of like, kind of like, whatever you want to do. Just poke some buttons. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same wood time, same wood channel. You better be there. Good night, Irene.